Hey guys, Work here. So we have my new gamer gun here. This is the Sig P320 X5 Legion. We're going to be doing some first shots with this. It's technically not my first shots. I took it to the range and shot through it, but I want to go through it a little bit and let you guys know my thoughts on it as I'm taking some rounds down range. I got 2 mags for this, and then I've got something else that I'm going to shoot in between those 2 mags just to kind of get a comparison. So first up, let's go ahead and take some rounds through my new Sig P320 X5 Legion. Okay, so after the first round, you'll notice this thing is super controllable. It's flat, because it's heavy. It's heavy, it's got a 5-inch barrel on it. It's got good sights. If you come up here and take a look, the sights are a nice fiber optic front. It's got green right now, but it does come with red, I believe, in the package. So I've got green up here, and then it's just a blacked out adjustable rear sight. It is currently shooting slightly low. Not sure why, but that's been verified through a couple of different shooters. And by slightly, I mean literally an inch low, which at this point I don't care about because this sight's getting replaced anyway. So what I've got along with this is this. So this is the closest thing to a upper level kind of production entry gun that I've got. This is my CZ SP01. And I brought this out just so I could compare. So I could kind of see what the difference is in bore height, in trigger pull, or in recoil, trigger pull, that kind of stuff. And kind of give you guys a onesie-twosie look at what a Legion looks like next to an SP01. So here we go with the SP01. Of course, with the SP01, it is double action, single action. So our first shot is going to be that full double action pull. Okay, so that's the SP01. You'll notice the SP01 does have a little bit more muzzle rise to it. That being said, it's not a lot of muzzle rise. It's just a little bit more. So next up, we also happen to have out here today. All right, so we also have a Glock 34 out here, which is kind of currently the king of entry level in a production, the production class. If you're looking to get into it, the Glock 34 is kind of the cheapest gun that can run with the big boys. So let's run a couple of rounds through the Glock 34 and see how it performs. Okay, so that's the 34. Again, super controllable, but there's just something about that Sig. Okay. So here's the Legion trigger. You can see it's got about, what, 3/16 of an inch or so of take up, and then it's just creep for a little bit. So that was the break. Now let's watch the reset. So it does have a tactile reset right about there, and it's a pretty long reset, and then it's got quite a bit of creep again until the break. So the X5 trigger, not the best. I am planning on upgrading that. I do already have the new trigger, so that's going to happen probably before our next before our first competition with this thing. But let's send one more mag through the X5, just for craps and giggles. All right, you saw that I short stroked the trigger there. That's my problem with the trigger. It's got a long reset, so it's not super easy to get that reset going, especially when you're used to running something like an SP01 or a P10F with the super short, super crisp reset. It does take a little bit of getting used to the stock Legion trigger. But that being said, everything else on this thing is super controllable. It's super accurate. Like, this thing is a freaking laser beam. You can't really see it, and I don't know exactly which ones are mine, but the center is pretty riddled down there, and the majority of the other stuff was already on that target. So that is our first shots with the X5 Legion from Sig. I am really looking forward to running this thing in USPSA this year. It's going to give me what I feel is that a little extra bump. I don't feel like I'm kind of running behind the pack anymore as far as gear goes. So now It's just up to me to make the best of it. Thanks guys for watching. Remember, I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, do your research, get informed, and get to work.